Hi everybody, Gabrielle here. I am back, here to bring you a Divine Masculine reading. So we're just going to do what we did for Divine Feminine. We got messages, we have what's being hidden, and what's being hidden in the connection between you and whomever you're dealing with. Alright. So your overall energy is the Five of Swords and the Emperor. We have the Hangman, the Strength card, and the Four of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords, the Star card, the Knight of Wands. We have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Wands, I almost said swords, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Okay? For what's being hidden from you, we have the Tower card, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Yikes, right? And what's going on with your connection with the Five of Wands, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords, Six of Swords. Shit, yo. Queen of Swords, hello. Chariot, and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of that deck is the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is sitting on the deck. Look. Oh, I just want to say, hey, thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate your time and attention. On real, that's all we got, right? So I really do appreciate that shit. And I appreciate your donations. I appreciate your private bookings. And if you want to do that, you can find me at intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com or Tell All Your Business Tarot on Instagram. Okay. Just saying. Interesting. I feel like Divine Masculine, your ass, right? What'd you do? What'd you do? With all these swords out here, bro? What'd you do? What'd you say? Seems like you regretful. Some things you said. You know what's funny about this? Is that you thought you used neutral words. You did. You thought you selected your verbiage ever so carefully. But you didn't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be in your fucking head right now thinking about what you said and whose feelings you hurt. Here's my advice, right? When you need to have a conversation with someone, don't think about it. Pray. Pray about it. Here's the thing. They don't work the way you want them to work. When people get involved, we muddle it up. But when we seek higher counsel, aka the Most High, you tend to get it right the first time. So I kind of think you put your foot in your mouth. And because we're doing messages, I think they want you to know you put your foot in your mouth. We're just going to go ahead and confirm that shit. Excuse me. It's funny. Yeah. Why you looking sideways like that? Divine Masculine, I'm like, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Was it really worth the win? Seriously. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? You could say it and you could win. But is it really a win? So maybe you're about to have a conversation with someone. And I'm here to tell you that whatever you're thinking ain't the right approach. For real. The messages for you, Divine Masculine, is that you need to seek higher counsel. You do. You genuinely need to pray on this. Like, I'm sure they'll let me know what this is. And the saddest thing about it is, like, I feel like you've been hemming and hawing about this for a minute. I got 4 of Wands, Knight of Wands, right? That's 5 Wands. Again, conflict. It's fight. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, right? That's no bueno. So whatever it is that you're over here contemplating, even though you're very certain that you are right in this situation, right? If it comes down to your stability, if it comes down to, do you want union or not? It's kind of what I see with this. You can be right all day, every day. You can. But here's the thing. Is it worth it? Is it worth that stability? Now here's the thing. I feel like you feel real strong about whatever this is. This I told you so, I'm right bullshit. And this isn't for everybody, but y'all know that already. Because if this is the best course of action, right? You wouldn't be stressed out about it. You wouldn't be, like, up at night, pacing the floors, like, on the real, like, you ever take a walk and you look at the night sky and it's like, all of a sudden you like a kid and it's like you talking to the sky, but you talking to that star because you about to wish on that fucking star, like, damn, if I could just, it's like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's kind of what I feel like. I kind of feel like, damn, that's different. Hold on. I don't want to lose it before a different group of y'all, right? Somebody gonna tell you that they hooked up with their ex. Yep. Sorry, it just shifted. Somebody wasn't strong enough to resist the ex. They came by. They thought, they really did. I promise you. Before this person showed up, they really thought they were confident. Divine Masculine. Like they did. Or maybe this is you. Like, was real confident that she was cool, that this person wasn't anything. You know what I mean? Like, but then, you know what happens when somebody catch you on a day when you're not 100%? Caught them on a bad day. Caught them on a day when they really could use a little sexual healing. Like, for real. Caught them on a day when they really needed some healing. Like, not just any healing. Like, y'all had a fight. Either you divine masculine or the person you're dealing with, y'all had a fight. Not either, you know what I mean? Like, either your ex or their ex. Mm. This person kept popping up, huh? He don't know how to tell them. Because it's going to break their fucking heart. No, and then we have a divine masculine who is like on some other shit. Like, they're not deterred. The way the Five of Swords and the Emperor is like, kicking ass and taking numbers. Kicking ass and taking numbers. I feel like for this particular group, it took a long time for this divine masculine to come to grips with the hangman energy there of what they were doing, of, which direction they wanted to go. See the hangman? You see how it's like, it can go either way? So he's like in the middle because he don't know which way to go. So it's funny, right? Because every time I see the hangman, it really does remind me of Jupiter. And Jupiter just went direct, I believe, on the 18th of August. And so there's this newfound momentum. It's like now it might as well be the will with like hangman and strength. So things are finally like able to move in the right direction. The double nimbus is what that's called. The infinity sign. Double nimbus. I'm sure it's probably called something else, but whatever as well. I feel like we literally, today is the first day of Virgo season. And so to me, when this strength card is a transitionary card between Leo to Virgo, you see how Virgo's coming in, the maiden, the virgin, to tame the lion. And so I feel like today, and as this energy becomes much more concrete and stable as we shift into Virgo, this particular divine masculine, this newfound clarity with the hangman energy, right? Meaning, it's like with the Five of Swords Emperor, they can make it, it's not about making the decision. It's about no longer suffering. It's about no longer being suspended and not knowing which direction to go. It's like now, all of a sudden, they're able to quiet the inner beast, right? And make progress towards ultimately what's going to make them structurally sound in every sense of the word. Or the phrase, whatever. But here's the thing. I feel like this person, right, this divine masculine, has been anticipating this for quite some time. This change of energy. Again, Jupiter and Sagittarius go hand in hand. And so, you know what I mean? As this anticipated change is occurring, right? It doesn't mean the situation is any less stressful. It just means now there's this overwhelming drive, Knight of Wands, to get shit done, like to accomplish this. It's hard to resist Jupiterian energy. And Sagittarius is such an optimistic sign. You know, it's like, so again, in the back of this divine masculine's mind, they have this universal energy pushing. And I mean pushing, like, hey, hey, hey. Like that scene from Finding Nemo when the seagulls and the crabs are like on the pier and on the shoreline, right? And it's like the universe is like, hey, hey, hey. Like the crabs, right? Like Cancer the crab. Hey, 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 hey. And I think the North Node, South Node is still Cancer Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. I have to verify, but I can't do it now. Yeah. Yeah. And so now this person has this urgency. And it isn't urgency, right? It's like this situation. This is a newfound enlightenment. I don't believe this person literally overnight came to this information about who you are to them. I believe they've been like pondering and muddling this information around for a moment. Truly. And I think it was even more devastating to them, once they realized who you were. Because they hadn't quite grasped yet the karmic impact of these past life connections. And it's like, now they understand why things were the way they were. But it's like they want to express to you, now they know why they hurt you. As fucked up as that may sound, right? They get it. Like, they get it. They were carrying out a past life debt. But here's the thing. I would expect, if you're watching this video, you're aware of this journey. I don't know how far vested you are into the knowledge. And all I can say is, if you want to, if you're really, really, really curious, right? You can investigate certain quartz crystals that would help you tap into the Akashic records. There are other stones too that'll do it. You could do a past life regression, like with a shaman. You could book with me. Or, whatever method you want to dive into to confirm this information. But this person is like, this divine masculine is like ready to talk. Because on the real, they don't want this heartbreak anymore. They don't feel right about it. And on the real, like I said, it's the universe, because we have the judgment here, right? Look at us. Judgment, 10 of Cups, Empress. Look at that shit. They didn't know who you were. And then, like, they had to come to grips with this whole, like, twin flame shit. Look at this. I mean, look. I have Emperor, 4 of Wands. I have 6 of Cups. I have 10 of Cups. I have Empress. Guys, come on now. Come on now. You know what's interesting? Like, I watch other readings, not as much as I used to, because They do interfere. They do. You don't want other people's shit creeping in. And so I find myself watching readers I really do like, and then I'll watch their reading, and then it coincides with things that I've said. And so for me, that's more like confirmation of the collective consciousness. You know what I mean? Because the posting time is too similar. There's no time for you to watch whatever of someone else's video and then do your own and upload it. It just doesn't work that way. And so, like, just me trying to not necessarily test spirit, but just, I'm always looking for confirmation. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way I work. Yes, I got talents and gifts, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed and all of that. But at the same time, I'm still human. And none of this is natural to any of us in the way in which we were raised, for the majority, okay? Some of y'all was blessed and you was brought up in some shit, and more power to you. And so some of the things that you've experienced are not an anomaly or an awakening, so to speak. You were indoctrinated from birth, so to speak. But for me, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got a hell of a history. But at the same time, I tell you, I fought touching these cards my whole life. It was always around. And my whole life, I fought these cards. I was like, nah, because I wasn't reading scripture with a mystical mind, an esoteric mind, a metaphysical mind. I was reading it and digesting it at the age in which I was, and it kept me safe. And as I grew and matured, I learned to reread and question things, and it's just the nature of it. Oh, that was random. Along came a spider, a motherfucker got killed. Anyway, the rule is if it come inside, you forfeit. If you outside, you cool. Them's the rules. No trespassing. That's period, point blank, across the board. Hope you got the same fucking rule. Anyway, and it's like the minute I picked up the cards and I let it go, you know what I mean? Like, I just let it go. Very natural, very fluid, very intuitive, which is the way I read for the majority of it. Like, sometimes I shift into traditional tarot reading, but the information I pull is not triggered that way. Sometimes, but not like that. So if you're here looking for tradition, I'm sorry, this ain't your place. Yeah. Don't fight what's natural to you. And for me, I feel like I'm super, super blessed because, like, when I do these readings, right, I know some people put a lot of work and a lot of energy into their meditations and channeling and this and that, but I'm me. I'm just me. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I just do this. I shuffle the cards, I ask my questions, and I pull it out. And I'm so blessed to be this connected to source, to see these cards come out the way they do, for confirmation the way they do. You know what I mean? Like, this is wild. This is wild. It's divine masculine, right? They didn't know. But now they know. And now they're going to do something about it. But they're going to do something about it because, like I said, the universe is like up they fucking ass. Like, the divine is like, oh no. This is who you're supposed to be with. This is where your happiness lies. The two of you together, right? It's like Jonah in the well or Jonah and the great fish. I don't know. Whatever your translation is. You can run, but you can't hide. This person was triggered and told some shit that blew their mind. and they wasn't ready. But lo and behold, they got their confirmation. And they've been waiting for this shift, right? You can call it divine timing or whatever. But I'm going to tell you this thing, right? The emperor is also the magician, right? So just because you introduce the term twin flame to this person doesn't mean they were ignorant to other things prior to. And that's why they were able to receive this information the way they were. This person is coming to apologize for squandering this heavenly sent love, for treating it like it was any old Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Harriet, Sabrina, Carrie, and Michelle, whatever you prefer. Yeah, they're coming to apologize. They really were waiting on this energy. I don't know what it is. This Virgo energy's got people feeling more grounded, more assertive. They were, and now that it's here, they're still a little apprehensive about it. Truly they are. See, sometimes shit jump out, right? And you be like, why is that jumping out? What is that? Give me a second. On the Emperor's sleeve right now, right? He's got this. What is this up his sleeve? What's up the Emperor's sleeve? What is this? Why am I seeing teal? What's up? Oh. Nope, too many. Way too many. Yeah, we know he's a magician. One, please. Really? Magician. Yeah, what trick is it up his sleeve? Okay. One, please. That's more than one, but it's better than half the deck. Hold on. Magician came out first. Oh. Magician came out first. 5 of air, 4 of air, Ace of water, Knave of earth, Star, 7 of earth, 6 of air, 9 of water, 7 of water, Hermit, 8 of water. Huh. Okay. Emperor, divine masculine. You've been watching this I'm gonna say divine feminine, right? You've been watching. you don't like what you've been seeing though, right? Because every time you want to reach out, right? Every time. You too slow, actually. This divine feminine is like half-heartedly entertaining suitors. Like this chick thorough as hell, huh? Like you be all around her, she don't even notice you. That's funny. It's a little creepy though. Ooh, this one got a fan club. Legit fan club. uh, okay. Thirsty as shit. Mm. Mm. Anything this chick put out, you want it. Anything you. Mm. But to a degree, you kind of satisfied in the background, knowing that she's happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why is that enough? But that's not the trick. What's up your sleeve? Wait. Huh. Oh, I get it. Your little trick is trying to convince this person is that you're not interested anymore, that you're leaving, that you don't know when. That's gonna backfire. That is literally my knee jerk reaction. That's gonna backfire on you. Don't play games like that. It's gonna backfire. For reals. Excuse me. It's gonna backfire. Mm. Alright. Wait. Move those closer. So what's being hidden from you, right? We have the Tower, Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. This is almost like it's hard to say this, right? Because it's like you see the Tower, Page of Pentacles, and Ten of Swords, but it doesn't feel like a bad thing. It feels like a golden opportunity to like lighten this load. Because look, there are 9 swords in his back, the 10th one's in his hand, right? And so the Nine of Swords is over here, right? So it's like this Tower moment that's coming, it's like, it's almost like you manifested this shit. On some, that's just what I'm getting. It's like you were so worried about it. You so concerned about it. So wanting to get past this that you bought this about maybe a little sooner than what it was going to be. But that's okay. But again, it's welcome. Look at a page is holding that pinnacle, right? Look how the queen is holding that pinnacle, right? This is literally what you want. This tower moment is what you want. And look, behind her is the motherfucking Queen of Swords. Look at this shit. Four of Wands. Sun card. Two of Wands. King of Wands. Justice. Seven of Wands. Emperor. Yeah, this is what you want. Same fucking energy. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, same energy. This is what you want. This tower moment. Whatever this is, we're about to find out what the fuck is this tower moment. The stress was killing you anyway. So you was tired of dealing with the stress. So I feel like you asked the question. You went fishing. You uncovered this old bone you buried. And you went fishing. It legit was like, you know what? I remember something. I left something over here. I said I'll be back for it at a later date. Divine Masculine. Or maybe this is what's... No, like I said, this is what's being hidden from you. And so this is the person you're dealing with. Right? This was contrived. This situation coming to this end, and it is an end. It was contrived. So this person will be able to begin again. Absolutely. Everything was done to take away hope and optimism and joy from this situation. All of the insecurities and all those negative thoughts and emotions were definitely reinforced. But again, the tower moment, I believe this was something beyond even this person's control. Again, I feel like contrived by the universe. Again, why they were not permitted to forget that bone was buried there. Why they had to go back and look for that bone. Why they had to uncover that particular thing. Because they were meant to. Period, point blank. Meant to. Your worst fear materialized into a degree, right? It's because you put too much energy there. Instead of focusing on the positive attributes and the joy, whatever it was that made the connection good, that's not what was focused on. The contrary was designed by the universe, but at the same time, free will. When you choose to put your thoughts in that place, that's what you bring to you. I keep trying to tell people that not only are you in the matrix, but you are in control of your own construct. You are. Everyone's reality is completely different. It's not just perspective. You are genuinely given your own version of a construct. At any given time, you can leave the construct and rejoin the collective consciousness and not be ignorant and not be a quote-unquote lemming. You can create consciously with the universe. You have the ability to bring into your reality anything you want. But first you have to accept that you have that power. And if you keep deluding yourself and telling yourself that you don't, then guess what? Then everything will be just like the news. Let me tell you, I literally grew up in one of the worst cities in the country, per capita. But what I'll tell you is that my mother is an amazing fucking person. Because she was able to create a bubble. In her reality, that city's reputation had no impact. In her reality, we had a wonderful home. It was stable. It was safe, secure. You know, we took family trips, vacations here and there. We went private schools. Well, I went to private schools. My siblings did, different era. But, you know, my brother did well enough to afford him scholarships, even if he didn't take them. You know what I mean? Like, my mother was a master fucking magician on a real. Because what she was able to do in that environment deserves beyond a fucking gold star. She decided, no, I will not allow anyone to dictate what goes on in my environment. So, you have control. Even if you don't realize you have control. That's how people can live in the worst hoods. Matter of fact, the ghetto nun the other day, I heard a reading she did. She was talking about how where she lived, you know, people talk about, right? But because she from there, it ain't like that. And that's what I used to tell people all the time. Like, I get it, what you hear, but it ain't like that. Like, my neighborhood fine. Like, when you know people, you know people. It's fine. It's your reality. Yeah, bad shit happens everywhere. That's a reality. But you don't have to let it dictate you every day. You know what I mean? Like, you're in control of your construct. You're in control of your matrix. Your personal energy and the way in which you interact with people every day does more than anything. Your neighborhood is what? Supposedly 4 square blocks. Doesn't seem like a lot. That's a lot of people, depending on the city or the town or whatever village you live in. It's a lot of people. And you can get to know each and every one of them and make your place better. Why? Because when they see you, they know you. So if you choose to be reclusive or antisocial, you run the risk of not having the control of your construct the way in which you want. You will feel more like an observer. You'll feel more like the media is right. But if you get out there and you socialize and you interact, you realize that how you engage is how other people will engage you. And so I feel like for this this Tower, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords situation, it's a self-realized prophecy or self-fulfilling prophecy. Now we got the Five of Swords. No, listen to me. Five of Swords and came out so much, right? We have the Five of Wands, the King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Three of Swords, Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, Chariot, Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck for that pile is the Six of Pentacles. We already know you're dealing with your divine counterpart. That's a given. We already know that this person is only recently coming to comprehension of the journey. We know this. And from what I'm seeing here, just like so many of us, they were not single. And so here's the thing. This person spoke some real truth. Some shit they ain't want to say. They did. But they couldn't lie no more. They couldn't lie no more. Because it was betraying them. To live this, it's like a double life. Because they were married to someone else. They really were. They were married. But that situation, it just didn't do it for them no more. And on the real, right? Don't get mad, Divine Feminine. You were not the only person they were seeing. Like, they were stepping out on their wife, period. They were. You were like one of three they had in rotation. But never once had they contemplated leaving their spouse before you. Never. Never. And so here's what's interesting. You got cut. You did. It's not that they stopped cheating on their wife, right? Because on the real, that situation was tight. The marriage was straight. Like, yeah, I know they were stepping out, doing they do with wooty woo, as they say. But at the same time, and when I say that, the business of the family was straight. It was. But here's what's funny. When your soul calls out to another person, when your soul calls out for more, and the universe hears that fucking call, there's nothing you can do about it for real, because if you could, you would have, and you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be like, damn, this is beyond caught up. Because this person had been out there. This person would go out in the streets. Like I said, they actually, these ain't families. They had two chicks on the side. And then they met you. And they had their wife. Okay? But you brought peace into their life. Like, this internal peace. It was beyond just sex. But the sex even felt right. If that makes sense. Like, we've all been out there chasing a nut before, you know what I mean? And so, you know what I'm talking about. It's like when dudes go, that's the one I want to marry. Even before you ever like get down with them, sometimes you just fucking know. You can like, yep, that's the one. That's the one. And let me tell you, I've been married a couple times, right? I didn't marry the motherfucker I went, that's the one. How about that? It's not the way life works sometimes. But my life ain't over, so who fucking know? There's something about that connection where they was like, that's the one. And so they had to figure out a way of making this move, right? But here's the thing, Divine Masculine. It could be you, it could be this person. I don't know. But I will say this. Whoever had the marriage, they don't have a marriage no more. I feel like the person they was married to, right, went digging. And when they went digging, right, I mean, it wasn't digging for anything sinister. It wasn't. It just happened to have came across that. And when they came across one, they came across the other two, and then next thing you know, they watching this motherfucker like a hawk. But at the end of the day, it was only like two real directions you was being pulled in. Two real choices, right? You was like playing around with two, you was married to one, and then you met your divine feminine. And then all of a sudden, it's like you started going, my life ain't right without da 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 da, which is funny. Yeah. I will say this, divine masculine, because you don't know how to balance this situation, You're going to hit this tower moment. But it's okay. Like I said, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is what you want because you want to be single so you can pursue this Ten of Cups. Because you know now that old girl know, not just your wife, your divine feminine knows about everything. You're having to pretty much make magic to fix this shit post haste and cut motherfuckers left and right because you know where you want to be. For the first time in your life, you know where you want to be, you're ready to do what you got to do to make the shit happen, and you don't give a fuck who you gotta air out, what you gotta do, like what moves you gotta make. You don't care. You know what you want. You like, I want this. I'm good. I'll cut every fucking thing. I'll deal with the consequences. It's fine. You done confessed your fucking love. That's funny as shit. You feel bad about who you hurt, but you like, nope, this is me. Like, nope, you gonna marry this bitch. Wow. Okay, I'm done being nosy. If this resonated with you, guess what? And crosswatcher, I'm telling you, like, Empress bitch, congratulations. This emperor is about to rearrange heaven, fucking earth, hell, heaven, everything in between. I kid you not, like, that's wild. Divine Masculine, I think that was for you though, right? This empress who you met, who was like married, whose husband was like on their ass, who was like, yo, what's going on? XYZ. They told the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and they coming to you. I just want you to know. But this chick, right, or dude, I don't know how this worked for you, but this person, yeah, you was like in rotation, but you not no more. You the only one. They left their fucking family. They left their wife. They was like, you know what? Sign these papers. This shit was missing something anyway. I found what I was missing. Wow. Alright, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Light and love. Bye.